Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bell, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The first carry for the 2nd-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit! 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot!
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now it's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Bell. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Dances by him. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
All right, now.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Jack 16. Gotta go. James.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to find Green. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gun! 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 Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Now. Green 39. Green 39. Watching now, Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. A pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. To Mixon on the check down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19. Hot.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Let's go now.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Okay. Black 20.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
Indeed, Bean. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Detroit. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Jack 16. Mike's 50. Jack 16.
They'll go again with Bell. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Jack 16.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you could hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Now the Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. And this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue, landed.
Looking to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down. When you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was and that's caught inside the 30. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll pitch it out to Bell. They find some open field here. Bell is so light on his feet. And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one.
And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime.